I feel it's good to have Sam back. He's a great player. He's a great leader. He is our leader, and I feel real confident going into this game with Sam. But to be honest, I would have felt confident going into this game with Landry. Sam's just the vet. This was Landry's first season, and to have pressure of a OU Texas game, on his shoulders would have been rough. But I would have trusted him fully. But I do feel good with Sam being back.
Colt McCoy told me yesterday that his teammates give him a hard time about being friends with Sam, the big, bitter rival quarterback. You guys give Sam a hard time?
No, not at all. I mean, when I first seen the little story on ESPN, I was like, Sam, really? But football's fun, and why not be, friends with another star? There's nothing wrong with that, even though it is Texas, huh?
On that team?
I know people on the team. One of my good friends that used to play for the team was Roy Miller, who was the defensive tackle for them. We were pretty close. So.
Is it almost hard not to keep it personal, though, because even though they're friends, their defensive tackles want to kill Sam, and you guys probably want to kill Cole?
Yeah, we do. We actually kind of really do. But, I guess it's the same thing with them. They probably really want to take Sam out.
Sure. What kind of effect did Reynolds' injury have on last year's game, looking back?
Well, Ryan last year was our leader going into that game. He was our leader on the defense. He still is now. He's the one who makes the calls on the field. He knows where everybody's supposed to be, so he gets us all lined up. And he was playing real well up to that point. And to have a guy come in who hadn't had much game experience kind of hurt us a little bit. You kind of see it as the game went on. So it was kind of, but you can't really make excuses. That's what we practice for. And Coach Venables makes sure everybody's very well prepared. But I don't know if it was because he just didn't have much game experience, got a little nervous because of the game atmosphere or what it was. But you can't make excuses for what happened.
So I think after the game you were almost as upset about Ryan getting hurt as about you guys losing the game because he's such a guy that's come back and been resilient. Right. Talk about him coming back this season and what kind of boost that's been for this defense.
Well, like I said, he's the leader on our defense. Just seeing all the things he's went through with 2 knee surgeries and just being injured repeatedly, and he's still coming back and he's still playing well for us. It gives us a boost on defense to know if somebody like that can keep going, why can't we just be just as good as he is? And
what happened when he went down? The defense really had a hard time stopping Texas. Was there any emotion to that? Where it was a little bit of a letdown to lose a guy like that, or was it just he's so good in the middle without him and it just really hurt your defense?
Yeah, it was because he was so good. I don't think it was any emotion. We still had it in our minds to, one of our leaders went down. Now somebody needs to step up. I think it really was just lack of experience by the guy who was backing him up. Hadn't had much game experience, but this year I don't think we have to worry about that because we have very good backups just in case anybody goes down.
Their line is totally experienced. Most of them 3-year lettermen. Could you comment on their offensive line that you'll be?
I played against the guys before, and they always do pretty good because, Colt has time to do what he does, and he's a pretty good quarterback. So somebody's giving them that time. So clearly they're doing a good job, and it's going to be a task for us up front, but I think our line will be ready for them.
Gerald, is it critical for this defense? You want to be known as one of the best in the country to be able to make stops late in the game.
Yeah, we have to do that. As I mentioned before, in the BYU and Miami game, we didn't make those stops when we needed to at the end of the game. And even last year, when we played Texas, we didn't make the stops when we needed to. So it's going to be very critical that we do that this game if we want to get a win.
Gerald, of course, with the stands and the airplanes and all that, there's going to be a lot of emotions in the stands. Mm-hmm. What about in the locker room? What kinds of emotions do you guys have heading into this game?
Well, I think chills run through everybody with this game because it's rivalry, and who doesn't love rivalry? You want to be able to say our school is better than yours. And, when you're in the locker room, you just think about all the past great games and all the things that have happened, and you just want to be known as when our team came through this year, we came out on top. So it's a lot of emotion going on in the locker room.
Who's got more to prove this week? You guys for losing last year's game, or Texas for not getting the opportunities that you guys did?
I think we both have a lot to prove, both teams. But I don't think it's really just proving anything. I think it's just the next step on reaching our goals. That's for us and Texas.
When it comes to the atmosphere, what sticks with you most about this game?
With me?
Yes.
Honestly, I love excitement. I love crowds. I just love people yelling. I love just seeing people go crazy. And sometimes I feed off of it. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, he's going crazy. You know, I love big games, and I get that strictly from my father. If any of you guys have seen my father around, he's just a nut, and I get that from him. I just love big games, and he's like instilled it in me to love rivalry. I just love it. I mean, who doesn't love rivalry? I mean, clearly the media loves rivalry. Otherwise, it wouldn't make this such a big deal. I mean,
would you like it being in Dallas, or would you rather be home and home?
I don't care. A game is a game. You can put us out there on that practice field. If we play them out there, it's still the same game. It doesn't matter.
Gerald, they scored on, I believe, they scored 45, and then they scored on 4 straight drives to close the game. Is this defense aware of that heading into this week? Have you guys not forgotten how you played in that game?
Yeah. We look at tape of last year all the time, and we remember the mistakes we made last year and the things that we didn't do to win the game, and we know we have to change that this year.
How would you rate your season so far individually?
I feel I'm doing pretty decent. I could always do better. It's kind of new to me to take on so many double teams, but, I'm working at it, trying.
Talk about what it is about Jeremy Beal's makeup that allows him to maximize his potential.
I think what makes Jeremy so good is the fact of how smart he is, how much he knows. He knows what's coming at him and when it's going to be there. He knows what angles to take, what to do to this man. He knows who he's going against and how to defeat that person. And the rest of it is, I think that people underestimate him, and that's a mistake because Jeremy's extremely good, and I don't think people give him enough credit, and that's why he's destroying everybody we playing because people not coming in enough prepared for him.
Does this team look at this game as a make or break for your season?
I don't think so. I think we look at it as the next game on the schedule. I mean, it is OU Texas, and it is a huge rivalry and has a lot of tradition. But as far as the way we looking at it as the next game on the schedule.
You pause there if you seem to pause. You pause because the thought of losing it is nonetheless just unfathomable. You can't imagine losing it.
Yeah, I can't imagine losing it. Don't plan on losing it. Haven't even thought about losing it. What would happen if we lose hasn't even crossed my mind because I don't plan on losing. So.
Well, it kind of leads into what I was saying, the confidence factor of the team, because you have lost the 2 games and you lost to them last year. How do you feel about that?
Oh, our team is going in very confident. I think they'll come in confident. We'll come in confident because you don't want to – the team who comes in the most confident but not overconfident and plays that way normally comes out on top. If you come in nervous and worried about what's going to happen and what will happen afterwards and what has happened before, instead of living in the present and what's happening now, that's most of the time what happens when you lose.
You had some of the plays I remember late in the game with Travis Lewis hitting Colt McCoy out of bounds. And is that ever, like during the off season, do you guys give him a hard time about that, or has that been a sensitive subject the entire?
No, we don't. I mean, he hit him. I was hoping he hit him hard enough to where Cole was like, I can't go back in. But he didn't. So some of those calls I don't think were late hits, but it's okay. We don't really give him a hard time about it.
Gerald, if you think about this year's game maybe turning out to be a shootout like last year, how distasteful would that be for you if it's like a 45-35 score?
Oh, man. We've already had 2 one-point losses this year. And I've said before, if we were to lose any game, I'd rather just get beat. I don't want to lose a close game. Losing close games really that's like eating peas when you were a kid. It's just nasty. It's just, it's just bad. And so But I would love for the game to be close in the end. And this is coming from my mouth, I would really love the game to be in the defense's hands at the end of the game. I really would.
If you were the athletic director, would you have made out this schedule for y'all?
Yeah, I would have. I heard Sam say earlier, and I heard Coach Stoops say it all the time. That's why you come to OU, to play in big games. You don't come to OU to play in, a whole bunch of unranked games. You love playing ranked teams and in big atmospheres, and you love games like this. That's why you come to OU. So I'm very happy he scheduled our schedule like this.
Do you feel like y'all grew from that experience, even though there were 2 losses? Do you think y'all grew from that?
Oh, yeah, we grow every week. And sometimes you get knocked down, but all you can do is get up. And we're learning from each game that we play, and we plan to come in this game pretty strong.
Do you like it when Texas is up ranked real high and Texas comes in as a great team? Do you like that? And does that help Oklahoma too? It does.
We want to play a strong Texas team, and we plan on them being strong. Texas always comes in strong, even if they're not, the highest ranked. Texas always plays OU pretty strong, so we plan on that.
When it's about focusing on this year's game and not worrying about last year, but is it realistic to think that last year's game won't have an effect on this year's game?
Last year's game has an effect on the media in my eyes. The 45-35, whatever people want to say, and then they beat us, we ended up going to the national championship, all that. That's the only effect I think it has. As far as the 2 teams that are playing in it, it's right now, this season. Last season is behind us, and we can't worry about that. And I don't know what Texas is thinking, but I know the University of Oklahoma football team is thinking about this year, not last year. So.
How long does it take you to calm down on your team? I mean, it's such a big game. Does it take a little bit, 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes into the first quarter to get your team kind of settled down?
Yeah, it kind of does. I've learned to calm down a little earlier than that because when I get too hyped up, I can do one play and feel like I played the whole game. So, I've learned to calm down a little bit early. I get real hyped doing warm-ups and in the locker room, but then I go off somewhere else to try and calm myself down because if I don't calm down, it's going to be, I get tired too fast. So,
is it what happened in the BYU and Miami games to the defense why you want this one to come down to the defense? What you said a little bit ago?
Yeah. Our team depended on us at those times. We needed to stop, and BYU gave up a 16-play drive. They scored a touchdown. I don't know how many plays it was in Miami, but if we could have got a stop and it just gave our offense a chance, I think we could have got a win. But we didn't get that stop. So our defense, personally, in my eyes, has a lot to prove with situations like that.
Gerald, you've played in a couple of these Texas games. What's the biggest memory for you that sticks out the most of the ones that you've played in?
Winning. I've been to 2, I think, and I'm talking about not on the team. I've been to 2, and just watching. My favorite memory of not playing in it would have been the shutout in 2004. And I seen how those guys reacted after winning, and I kind of felt like I was on the team, but I wasn't, But when we did get a win and getting to take that picture and putting our flag down in the middle of the field and the celebration after the game, it's a different type of feeling. So that was probably my favorite, is winning the game.